Hello again, world. Many of, well, not many, but some of you formerly know me as Rain Crystal Muerte, others Rye Belial Reed, and most people now know me as Grell Dr. Sawbones Sutcliffe on Facebook. Anyhow, I am creating this video today to show you how to color and edit bases of your own. Um, So before I begin, you're going to need to have access to 3 or 4 tools. I don't remember exactly. The first is going to be Microsoft Paint. The other is going to be the internet. You're going to need to have access to DeviantArt, Pixlr, which I will tell you more about later, and Pizzap. Oh, okay, that's actually 5. In any case, I'd like to briefly show you some of the bases that I've colored. This one is actually one of the first ones, and all of these are bases I found on DeviantArt. And all I have done is I've colored on top of them, made a few corrections here and there, and drew on top of them. So I'm hoping that today's tutorial will be able to teach you how to do this. So let's begin. So I already have my Microsoft Paint open. It's the newer version for Windows Explorer 7, I believe. So you're going to go to this bar right here, and you're going to click open to retrieve your base. Yes, I have a Grell folder, so kill me. Actually, no, don't kill me. Okay. So the base I'm using is this one by Umini, who is on DeviantArt. Um, so I'd recommend you check out her work. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use my magnifier to minimize the background. Well, not the background, but the base itself. Then I'm going to go to my paint bucket, switch to the color white, and I'm going to fill it in. This is going to be extremely crucial, especially if we're going to put a background on it, which is what I intend to do. So then you're going to choose your select button, and you're going to you're going to select your select button, and you're going to draw a rectangle around this word right here. Then you're just going to hit the delete button. So now we have our base. I've decided to do something simple. Those who have seen my previous tutorials know that oftentimes I use female bases to create male bases, but not this time. So since I am now currently ARPing as Grell Sutcliffe from Black Butler, I am going to obviously make this base into a base of Grell, but I'm going to make the base of Grell as a human. As some of you know, I've been RPing him a lot like this, so he'll be human Grell my way. So, alright, let's begin. So now we're going to select our pencil, and we're going to switch back to black. And we're just going to start drawing on it, pretty much. Actually no, we're not going to start drawing on it. I'm going to do the eyes first, because they're just easier to edit this way. So I'm going to select my green. Oh, I should mention that with this version of Paint, when you use a magnifying glass, you just left click to maximize and you right click to minimize. It's quite useful, really. Okay, so we're going to select our green, then we're going to go to Edit Colors. Some of you might find this a bit more complicated. This is probably the most complicated thing on here. But it's actually fairly simple. So you're just going to go to Edit Colors, and you're going to use this arrow right here and move it down to change the type of green you want. In my case, I don't like this green, so I'm going to choose this one. And I'm going to make his eyes kind of like a darker green. That's a nice color. I can't tell you the exact color to use. You're just going to have to do that instinctually. You're probably thinking, oh man, this sounds hard, but eventually the more you practice doing this, the more it's going to come natural to you. So over here, this is my original green that I selected. Now I'm going to take it and I'm going to darken this one some more. About there. I'm going to go to my magnifying glass again. And I'm not sure if you can see it, but I'll actually use a pencil for this. These right here, I'm going to make a darker green. I'm not sure if you can see the difference, but it's certainly creating something different. With here, I'm going to switch over to my bucket and just fill it in. It's quite simple really, but sometimes it's not that simple. As in, if you get outside of the skin, if you get outside of the line, then the whole skin will turn green. So I'm just going to briefly show you an example. So say that I miss the square, well the rectangle, and I accidentally click in here. Well, suddenly this is what has happened to my base. So when you make a mistake like that, don't panic. You can go to this button right here and just click it and everything is fixed. It's really, well, basically this button's going to be your best friend. Anyhow, moving along, I'm going to create this right here. I'm going to make this black. Then I'm going to zoom in some more. Eventually what we're going to do is we're going to go back and put eyelashes on him. But not yet. That's not going to be towards near to the end. So I'm going to tell you right now that this video will consist of several parts, maybe 4, maybe 5, I'm not sure yet, it all depends. But yeah, this is probably going to be the longest space coloring tutorial you have ever seen in your entire life, but with that time span I hope to cover a lot and teach you a lot. So anyhow, moving along, what I like to do is I first like to go into small details and edit them the way I see fit. Like that rose, I'm going to make a different red color, but not like a blood red, but a dark red. So basically, you're just repeating the same motions I showed you before, using that edit colors tool, and using your paint bucket to fill in the big spaces like this. I nearly missed a spot. Ah! Okay. Let me fix this right here pretty fast. Then you probably want to minimize every now and then just to see how your base is looking so far. So now that we have that, we're going to go to our pencil and we're going to go to black. Now, you don't have to use black, but I just like to use it. Only because it's easier for me to use it this way. And next we're just going to draw the lines on here for his clothes. Yes, to create someone sexy is actually an art form and takes immense skill. Actually, no, not really. You just have to have active imagination, but the skill comes in when you try creating what kind of sex you want your character to be. In my case, because it is Grill, and you know how Grill has this, I'm a woman complex. I always seen him as having this kind of edge to him that's like this classy woman type person. So what I have to do is I have to figure out how I'm going to incorporate that classiness into a form of sexiness. So I'm just going to finish drawing the clothes and I will come back right now. So I wanted to update you on what I'm doing. I'm still working on the clothes, but I wanted to show you how I'm doing it. So if you'll see, I'm actually skipping some lines on here, such as this one right here, which you see is this brownish color versus the black lines I have. So I wanted to say that you don't have to worry about those yet. We're going to take care of those when we start to fill in the clothing. So when you're creating the clothes, basically you're just going to create the outline of how you want the clothes to look like. as you can see what I'm doing right here, that's basically what you're going to be doing as well. You can sometimes chance to see how you want the clothes to turn out if you have no idea what to put on them. But I actually recommend it's better to know ahead of what the clothes are going to look like, because then it's just easier to draw out and you don't have to worry about going back and making corrections or changing and editing things. So I just wanted to give you that tip. And oh, one of the tools I forgot to mention that you're going to need is GIMP. Well, okay, I don't promise we're going to need it, but it's highly likely that we will be using it. So I wanted to share that with you as well, and also that I'm actually cutting parts out to what I'm doing on here. And when I say cutting parts out, what I mean is that when I'm creating the clothes, I don't want you to see each and every line that I create on the base. I just want you to get the basic idea. But technically speaking, coloring a base can take anywhere from 3 to 6 hours depending on what you want to do with the base. And if you have a simple base, it can sometimes take at least 1 hour or so. But normally my bases take about 3 to 6 hours. So that's just a heads up. So I will come back right now. So yeah, see you soon. Okay, and we are back. So I wanted to show you how the clothes are coming along so far. As you can see, I have the lines to the clothing drawn on here. And I wanted to say, when you draw the lines, you want to try making sure that they're closed, because sometimes if the lines aren't closed, they'll like spill out to other parts of the base. So I just want to make that clear, and so now I'm going to show you the basic method that I use to color it. This is probably one of the easiest parts when you're coloring when you're coloring a base. You basically just go to your paint bucket, select the color you want, and a trick that I like to use is you see there's like this shading on here. And what I mean by shading is that when you look here, you see that this is like a darker peach color compared to this one. So this is like a white peach, this is a darker peach. So where the darker peach is, you want to put the darker colors at. How to explain this? The reason for that is because since it's naturally darker, you want the area to obviously be naturally darker. This helps add dimension to your base, and yeah, it basically adds dimension to your base. So once you fill that in, well, the darker parts, you're then going to do the same thing as we've done before. We're going to go to, oh, okay, that's not darker. Okay. We're going to go to our edit colors, and we're going to create a lighter black. I'm going to go a bit darker than that. And we're just going to put it on there. You can see the contrast right there. And so basically you're going to carry this out throughout the entire base. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do ahead of time. I'm going to make the vest, yes, it's a vest, I'm going to make the vest black, and this over here is going to be white. So with that said, I am going to close this tutorial, and the next part will focus on finishing the clothes and making them look more professional, so to speak. So I will see you soon.